Doing? Welcome to another blessed done. This is another day that the Lord has made. Uh, you know, every day we deal with life and certain situations, but you have to remind yourself who you are. You got to remind yourself what you've been through. You know what I'm saying? You came a long way, and you're not alone on this journey. It might get rough. It might get lonely. You might feel like you by yourself. You might feel like the enemy just continuing to attack you, and you ain't got nobody to back you. But I want you to understand, the Lord never leave you or forsake you, and no matter what you go through, He will always be there by your side. But then trials and trouble, it comes to make you strong. And that's why you got to keep on believing and keep on holding on. And you got to get ready because your breakthrough is coming. You know what I'm saying? Because every time you in a storm, you know what I'm saying, or you coming out of storm, and you know what I'm saying, every time you always come out stronger. You always come out on top. And you got to know who you are. You got to know who you are and whose you are. And you know what I'm saying? Don't lose your head because the enemy is trying to steal your peace. The enemy want to come up against your faith. You know what I'm saying? We fall down, but we get back up. You know what I'm saying? And when you get up, you gotta fight back because the enemy ain't gonna stop. And that's one thing about it. We don't know what tomorrow gonna bring, but the Lord do provide. The Lord do show us the way, and walk with us and give us that strength to keep going when we want to give up. It just seems like every time you fix one situation, here come another situation that take place, and that's what it's about. Going through things and finding happiness and finding peace, and when the odds was against you, when people didn't think that you had what it take because they didn't know who you were or they thought you were by yourself, they realized that what I'm saying, God always been there for you, or they realize you're not that person that they painted you out to be. Only because you continue to focus on your success and you stay focused on your purpose. You didn't get distracted by what they thought about you or how they was teaming up against you and trying to stalk you and things like that. You kept your focus. You kept your eyes on the prize. You know what I'm saying? Although you were struggling, although what I'm saying, you had people around you that want to see you do good, didn't want to see you make it, you still found the way. You still got up and did what you had to do. Even when you was facing death, even when you had certain loved ones to leave out your life, you know what I'm saying, family members, brothers and sisters, you still got up and did what you had to do. That's only because the Most High was using you to do so. And you know what I'm saying? That's why you can't take it personal or you can't get distracted or discouraged. You gotta keep on focusing on who you are. One thing about it, you gotta keep your faith in the Most High. You know, God never lost a case. So when people think they coming up against you and they hurting you, they really hurting themselves. They think they fighting you, they really fighting with the Most High. Because He the one sends you. He the one speak through you, to you, and around you to deliver the message. So it's important that you pray for those who do wrong by you. You know what I'm saying? It's important that you continue to show love to those who don't show you any love. Don't be nobody fool. Now I'm not saying that, but it is important that you move accordingly, that you keep it moving. You know what I mean? And whatever you do, don't stop trusting God. Don't stop treating people how you want to be treated. Uh, Guard your tongue, because life and death lie in the power of the tongue. And you know what I'm saying? It might have been a time where you were shy, and you didn't really know yourself, but now you are at a point of no return. Like, ain't no going back. The streets might keep calling, you know. People may continue to try to show up and discourage you or throw you off your path, but then you get more stronger and you starting to realize that it's all part of the process. God got it. You know what I'm saying? Because what the enemy meant for your bad, God always turn it around to work it out for your good. He make your enemies your footstool. The people who thought they was your enemy, when they see how God is not leaving your side and you still showing up and showing out, you're not running, then they gonna get convicted. They're gonna begin to see that something is protecting this person because we'll usually shot our victim or we'll usually hit our target by now, but it's something about this person. So now instead of the devil using the demonic forces to come up against you, you end up winning them. That's because God is in control and God is the head of your life, and God will not allow anything. He might scare you. You know, he might let it, direct your step in a certain way, but it's only so far the enemy can go, and it's only so far the enemy can do. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a child of the Most High Yah. You know what I'm saying? And Yah ain't gonna allow no demonic force to get close to you because you're His child. And that's why it's important that you remain focused and know who you are and know that you carry a light on you to help others that don't know the way. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you can't be hard on yourself. God already forgave you. It's just you got to forgive yourself. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that can be the hardest thing to do because you used to being there for yourself. When people walk out of your life, when people turned on you, you used to being there for yourself. And that's all right. Because if you fell down, you can get up again. If God did it before, He could do it again. And sometimes you got to remind yourself, just like God got to remind you. Sometimes you got to remind your child, if you got one, how to not do that, not do this. And you don't get tired because one day they'll get it. So don't get distracted. Keep going. Stay on your path. Stay on your focus. Trust the process. Know who you are. Know your surroundings. And understand everybody ain't happy for you. Everybody don't want to see you win. Everybody will not celebrate your win. Some people love it better if you would just roll over and die. If you just stop showing up and giving it all you got, they will appreciate it because now they can go back at being comfortable. But see, it never was comfortable for you. Even when God was blessing you, it still was uncomfortable because you couldn't really enjoy the blessing because you have people around you that's trying to take it. So what's the point of all this fortune and fame if you can't enjoy it? But see, you got to understand, trials and trouble come to make you strong. And if you hold on, you will get your breakthrough. You will look back and say, oh, I see why I went through that. I see why this happened. I see why this took place. Because it wasn't making sense at first. My vision was a little blurry. My judgment was a little cloudy. But now I'm about it. And now I can see a little bit better. And my vision is getting a little bit clearer because now God has ceased the storm. God has cast my enemies away. They have ran and fled the scene. I look for them, but they are there no more because I must have passed the test and maybe it is finished and done what the Most High needed for me to do because it's not thy will, but it's the Lord's will. It's not my might, but it's the Lord's might. It's not my protection, but it's the Lord's protection. Great is He that is within me than he's in the world. Make no mistake about that now.